For everyone at home today, we'll be using our blocks, a yoga strap, and a bolster. Get creative with whatever you have at home. And welcome to your gentle yoga practice. If we haven't had a chance to formally meet yet, my name is Steph, and I'm here to guide you. And let's begin by getting truly comfortable in the physical body first, knowing that you can start seated, or you can begin to lay down if that would feel more restful. Softening your gaze, or maybe closing your eyes all the way. And allow all of your awareness to pool into your body. Noticing the wave of your breath, sensations weaving in and out. Noticing the conversation in the mind's eye, the tone and type of your thoughts. And notice your energy levels. Taking the time to be fully in this moment in your body. And as you listen to the conversation coming up from it, perhaps you begin to set an intention for your practice. How do you want to feel for the next 60 minutes? Maybe you turn that feeling into an I am statement, repeating it to yourself in the mind's eye. It could be anything at all. I am calm. I am present. I am relaxed. I am here. Allowing this intention, how you want to feel, to soak into your body with each inhale. And as you exhale, release anything that would keep you away from achieving it. Little distractions, expectations, big, heavy feelings, whatever your things are, choose to let them go. If your thoughts are really loud in this moment, can you trust that that is completely okay? Choosing to turn down the volume on your thoughts bit by bit as you focus on the sound of your own breath. Hearing each wave from the first sip until you release the very last drop. Giving yourself this anchor, a point to return to each and every time your awareness begins to drift away. Allow the steady wave of your breath to bring you back each and every time. Choosing to breathe however your body wants to breathe in this moment for 5 more cycles. I will be here to guide you back when it's time. Soak in one more cycle of breath in complete stillness. Exhale, let it go all the way to the bottom. And from here, begin to wake yourself up with really small, mindful movements, whatever would feel really good. Slowly releasing any props from underneath you as we guide our bodies onto our back, supine. Make sure that your props are within arm's reach because it's always nice to have them handy. And let's meet with knees into chest, hands are wrapped around your shins or back behind your knees. As you give yourself a little squeeze, if this feels good, perhaps you rock yourself hip to hip, left and right. Coming to stillness, place just your left foot down onto your mat and hook your right ankle on top of your left thigh, creating this figure four shape with your legs. Rest your arms down by the sides of your body and continue swaying, dropping your right toes down towards the left and then rocking your right knee over to the right. Staying within your own range of motion, choosing not to force a thing at all. Inhale, come back to center. Choose to stay here. If you're already feeling sticky, or maybe you draw your left thigh in closer towards your belly, interlacing your fingers behind your left thigh or on top of your left shin. Remind yourself that you do have a strap handy and maybe you use it to give your arms a little bit of extra reach. If you notice you're crunching through head, neck, and shoulders, maybe you lift the back of your head, lengthen your neck, and place your head back down. Can you invite the back of your shoulders to get heavier? And maybe that means you need to release your hands, and that's okay. Settling into a place that feels comfortably uncomfortable as you return to the steady anchor of your breath. Each inhale, each exhale, each pause. Remind yourself that you can breathe however you want to. A sigh breath out through the mouth is always, always available. Keeping the shape with your legs, release just your arms and begin to twist to the left so that your right foot can come down onto the floor. If your right foot cannot comfortably rest down, slide your block or your bolster underneath. Give yourself some support. From here, perhaps you bend your elbows into a cactus shape, pressing the back of your elbows and the back of your hands down into the floor. If that feels good and you're craving a bit more sensation, you can look over towards the right. Choosing to settle into the place where you start to feel sticky instead of forcing your body deeper than it naturally wants to go in this moment. Take a full breath in and a long breath out. Inhale to guide your legs back to center and drop them over to the right. If keeping your right ankle on top of your left knee feels not so great, maybe you choose to unhook your ankle and place your ankle down onto the floor. Maybe instead of looking to the right, you begin to look to the left. And perhaps as you settle into stillness once again, you also return to your intention, breathing it in, soaking it into your body, and releasing whatever no longer serves you in this moment. As you inhale, bring your legs back to center. Unhook your right ankle, place your right foot down. And now we'll begin to switch. Right foot stays down, left ankle hooks. Once you feel ready, sway your legs right and left. Noticing how much space you have on this side, taking a bit of inventory. One more sway each direction. And now let's come back to center, hugging your right thigh in closer. Hands interlace wherever you can comfortably reach. And know that you can ditch your hands at any time. Find a sense of spaciousness through the back of your neck. Grow taller, get heavier, and begin to surrender into the shape. Staying here one sticky cycle of breath at a time. Choosing to just be here and just breathe here. Hands release, but legs stay in this figure four shape. Twist to the right, left foot coming down onto the floor or a prop. Maybe you look to the left, reminding yourself that what happened on the first side does not have to happen on the second side. What happened one day may not happen the next. That is okay. Meet yourself wherever you're at in this moment. Allowing the wave of your breath to calm the mind's eye. The conversation telling you that this shape is uncomfortable. And see if you can settle into stillness for 4 waves of breath. Your next slow inhale guides your legs back to center. And as you exhale, twist to the left knee moves down towards the floor. Maybe you support yourself with one of your props. How would it feel to come back to cactus arms? Maybe a different shape would feel better. Maybe you reach your arms all the way up overhead, or place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Resist the urge to press or help your left knee down, and instead allow gravity to do all of the work. Be soft instead. A gentle breath in guides your legs back to center. Take your time as you unhook your left ankle, placing your left foot down. Walk your feet open as wide as your mat and sway your knees in a windshield wipe. Releasing any little bits of tension or resistance here. And as your knees find stillness, can you keep your feet wide, toes popping off the sides of your mat? Finding robot arms, elbows pressed down, fingertips point up. Inhale, wave your hips up high towards the ceiling as you press down through your heels, squeezing your glutes. Exhale, take your time as you begin to lower down. No attachment to how high your hips go. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lowering down. Let's find one more wave back and forth. And now as your bum comes down, reach for your favorite prop for a supported bridge. Maybe it's your block, maybe it's your bolster. As you inhale, lift your hips up high, slide your prop underneath your sacrum, the place between your bum and your low back, and then soften all the way down. Notice if you're scrunching your shoulders down your body, can you lengthen yourself out and then guide your shoulders back? From here, keep your heels wide, but spin your toes in towards each other and drop your knees together. You can choose to be completely passive, allowing your knees to just tent in towards each other, or maybe you squeeze your thighs together for more sensation. If you notice your mid back arching up towards the ceiling, can you tuck your tailbone under and forward, keeping your spine really long here? As you come back to a sense of stillness, can you also notice the sensations moving in and out with your breath? Notice where you feel sticky and restricted, but also notice where you feel soft and expansive. Notice where you can feel your breath moving in and filling you up. And notice where you can feel your breath emptying out. Maybe you find that really empty sensation at the bottom. Imagine that you're moving through molasses here as you guide your knees away from each other, slowly heel toeing your feet together, soles of feet touch, knees open wide. The closer that your heels are to your body, the more sensation you will feel. So know that you can walk your toes way down your mat if you prefer. If it feels like you are gripping through your hips, maybe you place your hands on your hips as a physical reminder, an anchor to return to, a reminder to let some of that tension go. Yes, we hold a lot of stuckness in the physical body, but we also hold it in the mind's eye. Notice the conversation in the mind's eye once again, and choose to let go of anything that does not align with how you want to feel. Walk your hands to the outside of your legs and help your knees to close here. Walk your feet to about hips distance. Press your hands into your mat, lift your hips high, and slide your prop out of the way before you come back down. Slowly hug your knees into your chest and give yourself a little rock, a little squeeze, whatever you need to reset. As you find stillness, reach one arm back behind you, roll off onto that side. And as you take a breath in, press yourself up to our tabletop shape, coming onto all fours. No need to hurry here. Take your time, making sure that your bolster's within arm's reach. Planting your hands down and spreading your fingertips wide, choosing to either tuck your toes under or press the tops of your feet down, whatever feels better. Inhale, tilt your pelvis forward, drip your belly down towards your mat and begin to look up towards the ceiling. Exhale, round from your tailbone all the way up your spine, chin comes into your chest. Inhale, waving forward, heart moves through the window of your arms, big stretch. Exhale, rounding, pressing into your fingertips to feel the back of your heart lift. Maybe you choose to close your eyes here and treat your cat-cow like a moving meditation. Listening to your body's cravings along the way and choosing to offer yourself little sways or pauses wherever you need. Last round, even slower. Inhale, let's come back to center in tabletop and slowly extend your left leg back behind you. Left toes drop far over to the right, plant them all the way down and begin to look over at your right hip, creating this C shape through your left side body as you breathe into your side ribs. Inhale, left toes re-extend back behind you. Exhale, left knee moves into your chest. Step your left foot through and then slide your bolster between the window of your legs, supporting your right thigh. Begin to walk your right knee back further and further until you find a place that feels kind of sticky, and then hold there. If you wish your mat was a few inches closer for your hands, you have some blocks. Support yourself however you wish. Thinking about melting both of your hips down evenly. It's not a race. If it would feel better to come down onto your forearms, know that you are welcome to, but do not force yourself to get there. It's just yoga. Choosing to let your body be your guide. Know that you can come out at any time. As you allow yourself to settle in a little bit further, begin to scan your body and notice where tension is bubbling up. Maybe you soften the space between your eyebrows. Maybe you unclench your jaw. Maybe you're squeezing your hands together and you choose to get softer. Pressing into your hands, slowly lift just your heart. And then begin to straighten your left leg-ish until you're met with sensation. Maybe that means you sit all the way back on to your right heel. Maybe not. Halfway is a great option too. Finding a place that feels comfortably uncomfortable, sticky, but not painful, for 3 breaths in and 3 cycles of breath out. A slow breath in helps to rebend your left knee. Slide your bolster out of the way so that we're not tripping on them. And step your left foot back. Reset yourself. Tuck your toes under and kick your right leg back behind you. Right toes drop over to the left. Look over at your left hip. Inhale to sweep your right leg back behind you. Exhale, right knee into chest stepper. Help your right foot through. Grab your bolster. Slide it between your legs. Press it against your left thigh. And then walk your left knee back. Know that you have lots of props. Use them however you wish. Choosing to stay high might feel super sticky. Choosing to come down onto your forearms may feel super sticky. Find whatever feels kind of good. Maybe you close your eyes here, resisting the urge to move any deeper. Reminding yourself that there's no right or wrong. No way that your body should look or should feel in this shape. Choose to just be in this moment, even if it's uncomfortable. Take one more breath here. Pressing into your hands, lift your heart. Begin to straighten-ish your right leg, maybe halfway, maybe sitting back on to your left heel. Very slowly rebend into your right knee, planting your right foot down. Slide your bolster out of the way and step your right foot back. As you arrive in tabletop, grab your blocks and place them on their lowest height, about a third of the way down your mat, one on either side, so that as you come down, you can lower the back of your arms, the space between your shoulder and your elbows, down onto your blocks, giving yourself some space in between for your head, allowing your forehead to come down. This will feel so sticky. You can choose to keep your fingertips pointing up towards the ceiling, or you can relax your hands onto your shoulders. If you wish this felt stickier for some reason, you could always come up to the second highest height for your blocks. But remind yourself that yoga is not a competitive sport. Our goal here is to be good to our bodies, not to be good at something. Begin to pinpoint where you feel the most sticky here and direct your breath right to those areas. Inhale to send your attention and energy. Exhale to carry some of that resistance away. If you are loving how sticky this feels, maybe you begin to add a bit of movement as you inhale, draw your thumbs in towards the back of your neck. And as you exhale, reach your fingertips out in front of you, waving back and forth, drawing these half circles in the air. And notice if there's a spot that you try to speed up through, and maybe you choose to slow down there instead. If you're finding movement, come back to stillness. Lift yourself up halfway. Take one hand off at a time. Move your blocks just out of the way, and we'll wave through a few more cycles of cat-cow to help rinse some of that out. As you inhale, begin to float forward, belly down, looking up. Exhale, round, look in towards your belly button. Inhale to return to tabletop. Grab your bolster and slide it between the window of your legs so that as you come to a kneel, you have something to sit on, knowing that your bolster has more than one height, and sometimes the second highest feels good. Drop your shoulders down your back. Feel yourself lengthen out. Walk your left fingertips off of your lap, reaching down towards the floor as you drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Now you can choose to stay here, or you can invite your right hand off of your lap too, reaching both sets of fingertips down, knowing that that will add sensation. You can choose stillness here, or maybe as you inhale, you look up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, you look down towards your left shoulder. Inhale, looking up, keeping your head heavy. Exhale, looking down. Finding stillness. Inhale, head comes back to neutral, hands return to your lap. And now begin to drop your right ear over to your right shoulder. Walk your right fingertips off of your lap, see how this feels. And then maybe you invite your left too. Choosing to hang out here in stillness, a great option. Or maybe as you inhale, you look up. And as you exhale, you look down. Last time looking up. Last time looking down. Inhale, head to neutral, hands into your lap. Slowly shift your weight forward, hands come down, slide your bolster out of the way, but out in front of you this time. Bringing your bolster, again, a third of the way down, but this time horizontally. As your bolster plants down, take your hands in front of it and lower down, no push-up is required. Come down onto your belly. Supporting your low ribs here as you take your forearms down. Untuck your feet, press the tops of your feet down, and create space between all of your fingertips. Hugging your elbows in towards your bolster as you lift through the heart, creating space between your ears and your shoulders here, growing taller. As you inhale, feel your body press into your bolster. And as you exhale, notice that release. Begin to spin your right hand in so that your right forearm is parallel to the front edge of your mat, and bend just your left knee. Choosing to stay here if you already feel sensation, or reaching back with your left hand for the inside edge of your foot. No attachment to whether you actually grab your toes or not. Holding the shape, but not holding your breath. And without slingshotting your toes away from your hand, begin to release. Taking your left forearm down, bend your right knee, reach back, maybe catch your foot, and begin to hold. Reaching in the direction of your toes is still the full shape. With care, begin to release your right toes. Take your right forearm back down. And now walk your hands out super wide. Walk your right hand to the left and your left hand to the right. And slowly lower your chest down as you flip your palms up, wrapping your hands around your back body, walking your fingertips onto your shoulder blades, and maybe guiding them away from each other. Choose to let your head be heavy, chin into your elbows. Creating space here behind your heart. Inhale, feel that sense of expansion. Exhale, let it go. Take a moment and release your hands. And then begin to switch which elbow is on top. Flip your palms up again and give yourself a second squeezy hug. Let your chin get heavy again. Last squeezy hug breath. Maybe you breathe in a little bit deeper. Maybe you breathe out for a little bit longer. Release your hands, walk them back onto their original side on your mat. Press into your hands and lift yourself up. Slide your bolster the other way to support in between your thighs or under your heart, whatever your favorite is. Knees are wide, big toes together. Find a supported child's pose. If you wish your bolster was a tiny bit closer to you, you can always hug underneath it and bring it closer to your body. Allow your body to just melt here. Spread out wide, take up lots of space, and get heavy. Resisting the urge to guide your bum back any further or to hold yourself up, and just melt instead. Turning down the volume on your thoughts again as you listen to the wave of your breath. Using each of your inhales as this little non-judgmental invitation to come back inwards, to come back to you. Inhale, wave yourself back to tabletop. Slide your bolster out of the way. Rock over to one side and come down onto your bum, finding a comfortable and reasonable V shape with your legs. Take a second to release any flesh from underneath your sit bones. Feel them root down and bring your bolster to the inside of your right leg. Now reach for that handy dandy strap. Hopefully it's not too far away. Looping it around the ball mound of your right foot and bringing it into your right hand, walking your right hand as far as you can towards your right toes without forcing. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Exhale, lean over to the right. If you're like, all right, this feels good. Maybe your right hand helps to pass the strap off to your left hand. And maybe your right elbow comes down onto your bolster. Maybe that means your bolster would like to come onto your leg, and that's cool too. We're focusing sensation through the left side body, but we're not forcing anything at all. Know that you can move your props and use them however you wish. And know that you can bend your left elbow and dangle your arm on your head. You do not have to work so hard. We are in gentle yoga. Let go of your strap and hinge yourself back up really slowly. And then begin to frame your heart within the window of your right leg, knowing that if you prefer to scoot your left leg in closer, you can. Inhale to reach up tall. Exhale, melt over your right leg, over your bolster. And if you wish to use your strap to loop it around the ball mound of your right foot, maybe it'll still be there and be handy. Know that you can find lots of sensation by lifting your heart, sending energy forward, or you can choose to be softer, rounding and allowing your body to get heavy. One option is, of course, not better than the other, but listen to your energy levels. One may actually be better for you. Your slowest breath in guides your body back up. Bring your bolster and your strap with you to the inside of your left leg. Looping your strap around the ball mound of your left foot and bringing both ends into your left hand. Heart is pointing forward. Inhale, right arm reaches up and over to the left. Maybe choosing to stay here, really great option, or your left hand passes the strap off into your right. If your right shoulder rolls forward, choose to come back to your left hand instead. The goal here is to be wide open through your heart center. How far you reach does not matter at all. Can you feel your right hip get heavy again? Breathing into all those sticky sensations through your right side body, all the way up into your armpit. Know that you can bend your right elbow and rest your arm on the side of your face or your ear. Get heavier for one more cycle of breath. Inhale to rise up really slowly and begin to shift so that your heart is within the window of your left leg. Inhale to sit up tall. Exhale to melt forward, maybe using your strap, maybe rounding, maybe resting on your bolster. If the stance between your legs becomes too wide, know that you can scoot your right heel in closer to your left leg. Take a slow breath in and lift your body back up. Remove your strap, place it out of the way, and then bring your bolster right out in front of you. Choosing first to find it like a kickstand underneath your chin as you hinge forward. And if you notice that you have more space, you can walk it further away, maybe bringing it horizontal for your forearms. Maybe choosing to come back to vertical, laying down on your belly. Find a place that feels reasonable for you. And maybe you choose to flex your toes back towards your face or to point your toes forward. Even in this truly uncomfortable shape, can you choose how you want to feel by coming back to your intention? Maybe repeating it to yourself in the mind's eye a little bit louder to rinse away all of the conversations swirling around currently. With the help of your next breath in, guide your body back to neutral. Bolster out of the way so your hands can help you walk your legs together. Give your legs a good intentional shake out. And then if you'd like a sip of water or anything else before we lay down, please choose to do so now. And when you're ready to lay down, without hurrying to get there, grab your bolster, place it about a third of the way down again. But this time, step your feet over it and support back behind your knees before you come down onto your back. Offering yourself this little bit of extra support as you set yourself up into your final rest. Moving through any final movements that you would like, maybe pulling your knees into your chest one at a time. Maybe there's a little sway or stretch your body is craving, and you begin to move through it now. Can you take all the time you need to actually feel comfortable here? Allow yourself to find a few relaxing cycles of breath without trying to change a thing. If you are here in person, I'll be coming around with a final adjustment. And if you're new to what that is, I will explain first. I will have a blend of essential oils on my hands. Today it's peppermint tea. I will offer touch on your arms, your shoulders, your neck, maybe the space between your eyebrows. Every day it looks a little bit different. If touch is not your jam, trust that that is completely okay. And if you give me a little wave, I will know to skip you. If you're at home, I'll be muting my mic to walk around, but I will, of course, be here to guide you back. And together, let's settle in, slowly moving deeper and deeper and deeper into stillness. Take one more slow breath. Choose to do absolutely nothing at all but breathe here. And as you check in with yourself, can you soak in exactly how you're feeling in this moment? Breathing it in deeper and deeper and deeper. Choosing to take it with you as you begin to exit your practice, slowly inviting little movements back into your body. If completing your practice laying down is what feels right, choose to only move a little bit and stay as you are. If completing your practice seated is your preference, you can grow your movements until you're ready to transition there. There's always enough time to get comfortable, to sit up on a bolster or a block. Rooted through your sit bones. Inhale, fingertips sweep up, gathering up all the energy, prana you cultivated on your mat. And with your exhale, pull into heart center, feeling your practice with a moment of gratitude for yourself, thanking yourself for choosing how you wanted to feel for the last hour. As you inhale, soak all of this gratitude into your body, really mean it. It's just for you. Exhale, let your breath go. It has been such a pleasure to be here in person and online to guide you through your practice. Thank you. And as a reminder, I am Steph, and I'm here for any and all questions. Please do not be shy. That goes for you too online. Please do not be in a